Hi everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token channel. And I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. This is the biggest daily update we've had for a long time. You guys are going to love the content in here. Lots of big drops in this one. Lots of great news. So look forward to it. Stay right through the end. There's going to be drops all the way through this video. And of course, let's get straight into it. You know how I roll. Let's get into day 701. So here we are on hexdailystats.com. It just finished. So this is fresh hot off the press. 701, and it's the 2nd of November 2021. Man, we're racing towards Christmas fast. The snapshot at 22.8 cents, so actually up 4.7. So a good day on the price. Hex price is up, and that's great. So return on investment multiplier from all-time low. That's the 5th of January 2020, 4,049, back over 4,000. Nice. Let's scroll up a little bit there and get the full 10 days. This is the 10-day history in there, folks. And of course, a payout per T-share, 5.75 is the payout. So average, that's average payout. Nice. T-share price back up 4,400. And as I said, it's a pretty good range to DCA on your stakes. If you want to pick up more T-shares, cheaper the better. Obviously, once you stake, you can longer get pays better, and you get more T-shares too. 20% more per year up to 10 years. Remember, T-share is 19,212 flat after yesterday's awesome 42 and the previous day 20. Those are two nice increases there, and making it mean that you need more hex to get a T-share. Average stake length, of course, is 5.77, holding solid and longer than we had before, just slowly creeping up there. Annual percentage rate, the interest plus early in-stake penalties. We love the penalties. 36.86, about average there. Liquidity pool, 130.8 million, and that is down, obviously reflecting the price being up about 5%. So cool. And liquidity is also increased to 29.5 million. Nice, up $1 million. Woo, love it. And liquidity pool, 805. So interesting there, just slightly down. All right, on the ETH side, total value locked here, 14.36 billion, up with the price, and a market cap 130.9 billion. Nice to be over 130 again, up with the price as well. T-share market 48.41 billion. So stakers, T-shares are worth more in that sense. T-shares 11,025,000, man, up 6,745. Welcome to the new stakers there. Very cool. And of course, we do have a lot of staking candles coming out at the moment, so we're looking forward to a lot of them staking. Go on stake and make that high APY. Total hex supply is 635.6 billion, and of course, minted hex is 21.1 million today. Let's move over, and 52.7 billion in the circulating supply. Most of that's in the Origin wallet, as we say. And I'll still do a video on that with the review done by Gunther, the accountant, back in February. The change in circulating supply, 8.7 million, so not too bad today after a couple of heavy days of increases in circulating supply, so quite nicely flat there. Helps with the price too, I guess. Stake supply, 62.8 billion, up 12.4 billion. Very cool. That's similar with the T-shares. Welcome new stakers. Nice. Stakers supplied will jump through the GAs, and 9.89% staked. Relatively high, remember. So that's why we're getting our APY down, around 36 or 37% with the higher staking amount. The higher it is, if it was 10%, it would head towards 36%, obviously, and the higher the staking, the lower the APY. But of course, you get penalties on top. Don't forget that. Payout 63.4 million is the payout to stakers. That goes into their stakes, doesn't come to the market unless their stakes mature. Penalties 304,000. Still another relatively low day, but this is probably a pretty typical day there as well, after getting some really awesome days earlier in the previous last 10 days. Total holders 377,734. Another decent day, 316. Current stakers 69,700, up 26. So that's pretty relatively low, but we must have some decent stakers coming out of those big candles staking. And a change in total stakers 112, up to 86,265, and 250,000 holders, current holders at the moment. Nice. And of course 248. That's pretty cool. Hopefully that was nice and fast, because we've got so much to go through. You guys are going to love it, so stay tuned. We've got lots of big big news coming up, so let's check that out. Let's jump to the market price now. 2.96 trillion, up 3.89. Nice. Bitcoin took a nice jump just recently, 3.3 up to 63,000. Nice, very bullish bull run now. $4,570. Ethereum just absolutely smashed it. 5,840 into new territory, of course, for Ethereum, and Hex at 22.7 cents, up 4.47%. We'll take that 130 billion, and just slightly below than the snapshot, 17.49 million. All right, let's just quickly jump through the price here. I just want to quickly do this. You can see that we're actually moving towards down that trend line, but we actually may not get there, folks. This is the trend line, 18.5, and I'm going to give you some nice news. It's the first of the gold nuggets that you've been waiting for, and of course, we actually did spike down here on the 31st we just briefly, it was briefly 0.1997, just briefly breached that 20-cent mark, just for an hour, and that was probably only a minute. So only just briefly touched it. For that, it was the day before was 20.3 cents on the 30th of October. So it's the 30th and the 31st. And then we've just got support there, got a nice buy up in here, and then moved up here. You might not see the timeline due to my little scrolling banner there, but looking pretty good. And we may actually just do consolidation given some of the news that's coming out, and check that out. So also the other thing, of course, I wanted to bring in here, and that is Rackham. Rackham is was also bullish. So Rackham Rochelle, one related to let me just put up here, related to Overwatch Partners, one of the biggest whales, and also look like they're going to do a lot of business on the Pulse Chain and Hex environment. And I'm going to talk more about that in a separate video, so you're going to want to look forward to that later, probably later today. All right, so he said 31st of October. Do go and follow him on Twitter, Rackham Rochelle. I'll leave the link in the video description. He's one of the big whales related to Overwatch, which is listed on exchanges in America. So a big deal. Once it hits, obviously leaders on Pulse Chain and Hex as well as the biggest whales. So on latest sacrifice as well. Once it hits 20 cents, I drop both barrels on it. I can assure you, I will buy more Hex than you can imagine. Not my fault. People are inexperienced. Watch me. Rackham Rochelle bring on 20 cents. So as we saw in the chart, let me find the chart again. As we saw in the chart, that only briefly hit. So there was some buying a few hours later. Was that Tim? We don't know. So I haven't checked the address myself. Just haven't had time. But definitely, it didn't really hit 20 cents in the sense because it only just briefly there for 1 hour. But if it had stayed over around 20 cents, then we could have seen some pretty big buying. So maybe he just left his powder in the keg at the stage, which as I suggest he did. Maybe just put a little bit, possibly, or it was someone else. One of the two. It was interesting. Once it hit 20, it did have a little bit of buying spree in there. He may have just unloaded just a little bit of the powder keg there to pull the price up, but nice. So will we get down to our bottom of our range, or will we just track sideways? I'm thinking we're going to track more sideways at the moment, and watch the space on that. All right, we're up to 7 minutes. Let's go to the next bit. Of course, we have got the liquidity looking pretty solid there as well in USDC. Won't go through that. The chart's pulling back here, but looking quite good now. Is this the end? We see that once we do all these pullbacks, we do have ends on them in our big uptrend that we've got. So we do have ends. It does come to end. So is this near the end here? Be interesting to watch. I think I'm getting more confidence it is. And so that's great. That's great. All right, so let's have a look. The share rate is up and to the right, as we say. No change today, and of course, about average lately on the payout, Hex payout per T-share, which we love. All right, so pretty cool. Adoption, of course, up and to the right. Just slowed down just a little bit, but I have a feeling it's going to pick up. All right, let's jump over to the I've got 4 month staking period now, not 3 months. I've got 4 month staking period. We've got current day, of course, is by day. So we can see we've got not too bad amounts coming out at the moment. And then we've got one big candle. Then we've got quite a bit of a gap here. Nice. I mean, we've got a couple of little smaller ones there. Big gap. It's not until the end of the beginning of December that we've got this 2-1 here. Nice big gap to the middle, the 17th of December. A gap until the 1st of January. Now, what happens to all the other stakes and how they restake is another question. And I think through to the end of December, we've got 661,000 T-shares expiring. So what will they all do? They restake for longer, or just keep restaking? Because a lot of the stuff is like monthly and quarterly and stuff. And we'll see what happens with that. All right, very cool. Let's jump over. We want to get to the big news as well. Here we go. 9 minutes, and we're scrolling along. So here is the whale bot, and of course we've got 10. This is 23 hours ago. 10 million just in stake for 56 days. You can see what I mean by the big one stakes maturing. 1.8 million sold on Uniswap 21 hours ago. We had another 300-day stakes. So it's one of these longer ones that we saw in the candle. So I mean, these candles have a mix of short and long-term stakers maturing as well from back in early days of like big payday last year and stuff like that. All right, so there we are, and then 12 hours, 50 million hex transferred. So it's a big number, isn't it? So I guess people will be watching that. 11.3 million stake for 425 days. Nice, 3,300 T-shares. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So that's well into the future. And 1.4 million just sold on Uniswap. That was 11 hours ago. And what else? We got 10 million just in staked as well for 661 days. So that's one of those longer term ones we're talking about. And of course, a good chance that they'll pre-restake. Something worth watching. 446,000 just staked for 5,505 days. 300 T-shares. Nice. That's a beautiful diamond hands there one. So pretty cool. And what will happen to, this is interesting, 3 hours ago, what will happen to 59 million hex for sell on Uniswap 3 if Pulse Chain fork happens tomorrow? Wow. Boy, that's pretty exciting. No front end to remove your positions. So just a warning about using version 3. We know that Richard is not most favorable with version 3, likes version 2. And of course, that's what's going to be on Pulse Chain fork, the version 2. So nice. All right, and that was it for the Whalebot. So let's jump up to Richard. Finally got some news from Richard, and is it good? It is good. So we saw this 20 hours ago from Higher Stakes movie. So this is the documentary on the Higher Stakes with Richard Hart, of course. I hear something big is coming for Hex tomorrow. If you all help us get to 100 tweets, we'll share a juicy tip on that. What's coming? So it was 20 hours ago. It's got these pictures of Richard, of course, with the old Vogue thing, actually. And, of course, Richard posts 10 hours ago, 2-year anniversary. Woohoo! Nice. And, of course, now we get to know here's the highest of stakes. So this is what they were talking about. You've likely already heard the news on the big Hex party on December 2nd, which is Hex's second birthday. On top of the party, we'll have a large team with their documenting the event to show the power and passion of this Hex community. Beautiful. This will be a bright moment in film. And of course, you can hex731gathering.com for more. So we're going to open that up and check that out for more. And you can see the cool December, London, England, celebrate 2 years of Hex, and got the nice website there. So I'll leave all of the links in the video description. There it is. Get tickets, donate, FAQ, and obviously that protocol. And of course, the Hex 3731 gathering is 2 years of Hex in one epic celebration. Security spot. So got there. What is Hex 731 gathering? Hex's unstoppable force that's going to go away. Oh, that's not going to go away, I should say. And it's about to turn 2 years old. It's time for the unique and wonderful Hexkins to gather together and celebrate how far Hex has come. Just 2 years and how far Hex is going. You'll hear a powerful keynote from Richard. Beautiful Hexkins from around the world will take stage to tell their stories. There may also be a few special surprises. Nice. You'll have to attend to see what it is. So nice one there. Hey, great picture of Richard. You can see that how good these guys are. I think they're Emmy Award winning. So it's going to be awesome to see the documentary. And of course, that's big news too. So that documentary, a good chance. People talking about Netflix. People talking about mainstream providers, streaming providers. So this documentary could absolutely blow up and help shift Hex further into virality, because I actually believe that it's kind of getting there, and it's on that cusp. And of course, the documentary plus Pulse Chain will help get that virality moving up. We've got 260,000 holders, and of course that could easily bust us up to 500,000, 750,000, million, and of course Hex is away with the Angels, isn't it? Very nice. I don't want to lock up your spot, and early adopters admission £180 there, general admission £300, 555 club, nice, £600 and get tickets. So lots of cool stuff. Want the ultimate VIP experience with Richard himself, of course. Wow, that'd be pretty cool. Right now, the team makers are creating a documentary about Hex and Rich. Getting this film out to there will be to have a large impact to the world. So pretty cool. You can donate now to that. And leaderboard, we've got 2 leaderboards, 15,000 Hex, 1,000 Hex, David and Townley. So well done to them, and lots more. Share your story on stage. Cool, you can apply for that. The logistics, of course, what's happening, where it's at in London. And that's all there. So I'll leave the link in the video description, folks. Early adopter tickets are sold out. Check back November the 3rd for the next batch, or check out the 555 club here. So man, it's going to be epic, isn't it? All right, so that's pretty cool. And let's jump on. I've already touched that. So that there, folks, is the news today. And man, is it big. Now I've got an awesome video coming that I'm going to drop, and that's coming up later this afternoon. So something definitely insights for you to think about. And we're going to talk about some of the rumors that have hit the street at the moment in the Hex community, and some of them have been around for a while and they're pretty big, and I'm going to explore some of those later. Probably in a couple of hours time I'll release that video. Hope you enjoyed that, and man, is it exciting. You can see, you can feel the energy just starting to exude and grow. So hope you enjoyed that. Subscribe, like, and definitely share this video, and hit the bell, of course, for future videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.